Greetings, fellow pipe smokers. Welcome to Pipe Talk. Today's video title is a little homage to the Pipe Cottage. I saw he made some videos about Savinelli and Peterson pipes. But we're going to talk about Molina pipes, and I think it was Jonathan, aka Piper X1X, who asked me a while ago in my opinion on these pipes. If my memory does trick me and it was someone else, sorry. But I think it was Jonathan. Anyway, Molina pipes. As far as I know, the history of Molina goes back to the Rossi pipe factory, which was the largest pipe factory in the world for a while, or who had the largest output of pipes. When the factory closed down in the 80s, one of the employees purchased some of the machinery and started his own business, which became Molina Pipe. This company makes a load of pipes, also for other makers, for other brands. Basically, you can go there and order 100,000 pipes, stamp them with your name, whatever. Many no-name pipes, many house pipes, many of those brands that just appear out of nowhere are actually made by Molina pipes. I can only talk about the pipes that I have and I saw at tobacconists or other pipe smokers, but they have a very large assortment of pipes. So some general features. Usually the pipes are on the larger side, at least what Savinelli calls the king size. King size. So most of them are rather big, as with most modern pipes. Surprisingly, they all have a rather narrow and deep drilling, which isn't bad, but in case you should know this, not all pipes, but many have this. The stems are usually all acrylic. I never saw another material used, and they are also on the broader, bigger side and quite robust. The pipes that are sold here are all 9mm filtered. Don't know if they make otherwise. And it's interesting if you insert a 9mm filter, maybe you can hear it. The filter doesn't fit in properly. It's loose inside. After the first few draws and the filter takes on moisture and starts to swell, usually this stops and it seals and sits tightly inside. Some pipe smokers see this as a flaw. Some smokers do see this as an advantage to get more flavor during the first few puffs out of it. I'm indifferent to it. Honestly, I do not really care. Surprisingly, those pipes also take the Dedicotea crystal filters. But these are expensive and hard to be found. So that's probably just by circumstance. And doesn't really matter for the average pipe smoker. Design-wise, Molina pipes, I would say, is top-notch. They follow all trends. So for example, we have the Zebrano line, called because they have this ring of Zebrano wood. This pipe even has a white dot Molina logo on its side, which is rare for Molina pipes. And yeah, you hardly ever see a Molina box or a Molina pipe sock. Those exist, but usually they are not sold with the pipes. So it's a rare sighting if you get one. Yeah, for example, this pipe, superb grain. Also a rather narrow drilling, scotched it all around. The filter sits loose, acrylic bit, also hand filling pipe. Here I have another one of the Zebrano line, more like an Autor or an apple, rather round bowl sandblasted. And as you probably see, it has some pit here in the wood, probably the reason why it got sandblasted. And also the finish is starting to fade already and the wood shimmers through. Otherwise a superb pipe. And I think these pipes came around when Stanwell invented the Zebrano line. And they had to move their production to Italy already, and suddenly several Italian makers started to copy certain design elements of Stanwell pipes, including this Zebrano thing. This pipe here was the second pipe I purchased in my life, and I liked it because it was basically completely white when I bought it. Natural finish, and after a few smokes it got this nice coloring, no fills, some bird's eye. I did wax it and polish, so that's why it has this nice reflecting smooth surface nowadays. But Molina also makes olive wood pipes. Those were rather cheap, if I remember correctly. I think I made a video on olive wood pipes already. A friend of mine has the same shape, but his is starting to get a burnout here at the front. Don't know why though. Can't tell you if he's smoking too hot or if the material was flawed. I don't know. Another interesting pipe is this one here. I showed it in a previous video in the pipe game already. Also a natural one. Did color up very nicely just from smoking. And this pipe has a ring grain. A perfect ring grain. I don't know if this is really the natural grain that appeared from sandblasting, or if they tried a method to make a fake ring grain. I can't tell you. But now to the negative side of Molina pipes. This pipe was, the tobacconist where I bought this had a whole bunch of those. At least 20 in a basket. And I just picked this one because I liked it. Another pipe smoker that I was with picked another one. And after a few smokes, it turned out that his pipe was full of fills, which is amazing for a natural pipe, unstained pipe, that there are fills. And after the briar colored up, the fills came out massively. You really saw it, and you couldn't hide it. When I was at the tobacconist, I looked at all the pipes there, and they were all full of fills, mostly like Swiss cheese. So be careful when buying natural pipes by Molina. I saw many, and all of them had fills all over. I don't know why they put them to sale that way. They were dirt cheap, so one can't really complain about it. Maybe the idea is that you put some stain on it yourself. I just don't know. And in general, Molina has lots of fills in the pipes. Luckily mine have none. Also, I had a bent mouthpiece one day, so if you buy a Molina pipe, I would recommend to buy it at a seller where you can, don't buy it online, buy it at a seller where you can take a look at the certain pipe you want to buy. Or if you have no tobacconist near you and you have to buy it online, buy it at a seller that shows the pipe from several angles, so you can take a look at it beforehand. Another pipe I got gifted for my birthday by a friend is this one here, a Church Baden, long acrylic stem. The filter sits tight in this one. This one was also a natural pipe, almost white, also did color up very nicely. This one does not have this narrow drilling. It's a rather small bowl, and the nice thing is it has a standard fishtail bit, and this pipe is easily, perfectly clenchable, which is a very good idea for a church warden. Also was dirt cheap. Are Molina pipes worth it? That's a good question. It depends how much they cost where you live. When they reach prices that are close to Savinelli pipes, for example, they are probably not worth it. If you can get one for cheap, do so. As I said, if possible, take a look at them before you buy it. Or just take the risk. I've warned you that many of them have fills all over. But yeah, it depends on the price range, if it is worth it. If they are too expensive, too close to, as I said, Savinelli or other brands, I wouldn't buy it. Of course, they are great beginner pipes because they usually have lots of wood. They can take a lot of beating. If they should get damaged from smoking too hot, not much is lost. So I got my Molina pipes all when I started pipe smoking. I myself don't think that I would buy any of them anymore because I like smaller. old vintage pipes. Those pipes do appeal more to me than those clumsy big pipes. I smoke them from time to time, but yeah, they are not necessarily my style anymore. So I hope this video did help. If you have your opinion on Molina pipes, feel free to post it in the comments. Maybe you have a completely different view on them. Feel free to tell me so. I'm not Mr. Know-It-All. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your smokes. See you next time. Cheers.